Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm still at Twin Creek MetroPark. Just left the Chamberlain Road area. You head south on here. This is the old Camp Hook Boy Scout area. The Charles Hook Camp Hook Boy Scout area. My last series of videos, I think I covered pretty extensively my knowledge of the camp and what I knew about it, but I probably won't be rehashing that because if I don't find a electrical outlet back here, I won't be able to really cover the rest of the Orange Trail, when I get back on it for videos. But I'm gonna see if I could find one in the old Bob Gardner Lodge. But it's a simply gorgeous day of fall out here in this area that I'm at. It is when we get down by the pond, that is the southernmost point in the entire Five Rivers MetroPark system. But it's a beautiful area. This belonged to the Middletown Boy Scout troop, but they later sold it. I guess when they didn't want to maintain the camp, or where the camp was outdated or falling apart or something along those lines, they didn't maintain it, or they didn't want to put money into it. I don't really know the exact reason, but I heard something about there was another camp that they put a lot of money into, that because that covered the Middletown troop. And the Scouts still do use their old camp sometimes when they're here, because they still do have camp. But we still got a few bugs there, but overall it's really not that bad right now. So yeah, they don't maintain it as a Boy Scout camp anymore, but the Boy Scouts still do use their old camp. They still do use their old camp, which is nice. I don't really know how often they still use it, but it's a beautiful area for camping, hiking, or whatever. That's the Silver Trail. That goes back to the backcountry campsites. You can camp back here, but you have to have a permit, or there's some bugs. There's definitely a little bit more bugs back here than there is in other parts of the park. You have to have a permit, but I honestly don't know, just how heavily that's actually enforced. I would say there's probably a chance you could probably come back here and camp without it, because they really don't have problems with homeless people in this area. This is too far out for that to really be a problem. So I would say the decision is up to you. This is next year where we got the Twin Valley Trail Challenge. The Dayton hikers will they'll have everything reserved. They'll have all the campsites reserved, use of the day of the Bob Gardner Lodge. I'll be ready to go. Yeah, you got a few of these bugs back here, but overall, just what I've seen, it hasn't been that bad yet, but I definitely really enjoy coming out to this area. There's not really a whole lot of the old remnants of the old Boy Scout camp left. There's a few, but not really a whole lot. A lot of it was demolished, but it was my understanding that a lot of it was getting old and falling apart, and I guess they just didn't want to pay to rebuild it here or something like that, you know. My guess is I'm sure it could have rebuilt a lot of the stuff, but maybe the location or the size just wasn't practical for them anymore. I don't know. But boy, you could tell when they had their camp, it would have been a little under 300 acres, because this part of the park is just under 300 acres. You could tell it was a really beautiful, it's a beautiful area back here. And you really can't beat this. The trail that goes back here is only like 2.1 miles. The purple and the white trail, it's not very long or very big back here. Another trail, but I think that's mainly for vehicle access, for maintenance, but because it's not really marked or anything. This part of the park is not very hilly. You got some ravines and that back here, some good hillsides, but this part of the park is not that hilly. Definitely a gorgeous day of fall. I did see two hikers back there at the Chamberlain shelter, but overall they're really, and I did see a fourth get in their car, but overall this park, it doesn't have a whole lot of traffic in it. This building right here, I don't know what it was, but it was abandoned. I guess part of the old Boy Scout camp. It was. I did a video on that, I believe, a while back. It's been abandoned, whatever it is now. Yeah, coming into view of the Bob Gardner Lodge. I'm gonna walk around over there for some videos of the area outside, because you do got a nice big open field around it. We're gonna pass by the Gilwell tree, which was a gift to the scouts from England, where scouting, I guess, began, and it's right around the corner from here. The Gilwell tree, there it is right here. Gilwell oak tree. I did a couple videos on this before, so probably no need to rehash that, but I'll show a little bit of it in this video. And the sign here is the information about the tree and how it came here. We're getting ready to pass by the old chapel. I believe it was Woodland Naturary or something. The old chapel here on the right. It's right, yeah. This was, I guess, where they had their prayer services at. It's we have some pine trees back here. We got a little pine forest back here as well. That was back in this area too. So yeah, you got a really good variety of habitat here. You got a pine forest here. The scout is reverent. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, some of the stuff that's happened with the Boy Scouts as far as some of their policies they've accepted, but I'm not going to really get into that. We all know what it is, sadly, that's happened, and I just know I don't agree with it, and it just is disgraceful what they've done. I'm pretty sure these electrical outlets don't work. I highly doubt that. Nope. It'd be a miracle if it did. No, I don't even know why this ever would have had electric in here to begin with, but it clearly doesn't have it anymore. Yep, the inside of the chapel right here, and then I showed this before in other videos, so I don't really think I want to feel like crawl over the place, but Edward H. Hammond, a contribution to the religious life of the Boy Scouts, to the religious life of the Boys of Mound, Builders Area Council, Boy Scout. of America, made possible by the leadership and assistance of Kiwanis Club of Middletown, interested individuals and groups, erected by volunteer workmen and members of Middletown Trades and Labor Council, dedicated July 22nd, 1959. Oh yeah, here's the inside of it from the other side. Yep, you could see right through there. You could pretty much crawl on it and see right through here. I think this was called the Woodland Nature Area. I'm not positive on that, but it's definitely a beautiful area. So this is where they held church service for all kinds of faiths for the scout troop. That obviously, you know, that's been over 25 years now. I think they quit maintaining the camp in the late 80s, early 90s. Because I think I was told they later bought that the Cincinnati troop bought a big camper. There was some pretty big investment made in another camp, and they just didn't choose to maintain this camp any longer, which, you know, things become outdated. I understand that, so that's fair enough. You got some dirt right here, so obviously something was just dug up or removed here. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but this is view of the Bob Gardner Lodge. If I don't get any footage of the eastern half of the Orange Trail, I've did videos of that before. I've got quite a bit. I don't have my cell phone on me. I'm supposed to get it back sometime today, but I'm really not too worried about it. I'll get it back when I go home later on today or tonight. It's supposed to come in the mail today, so we'll see what happens. Sometimes there's a worker back here. Be nice if I seen him back here if I can't find any place to plug in at on the outside. So I'm going to look for an outlet on the outside that I can plug in it. But yeah, this is the Bob Gardner Lodge. Oh yeah, it looks like I am in luck. There is an outlet I could plug in it for a little while. So guess what? May have to try the top one, but that's it for this one.